Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Raw Cloud. Today's video is by request from a subscriber by the name of Brad Shore. Now, Brad wanted to know what's the difference between good reptilians and versus bad reptilians. Now, I can only base the knowledge that I'm going to provide off of what I know about the reptilians from both sides. And I will also leave a link to his channel for you guys to go and check out his channel. He is a therapist. He has a lot of good videos. I'm glad that he's open-minded to this type of information because most therapists do not, bother with this type of information, which they should, because most of their clients, if you look at them on a deeper level, you're going to find that 90% of all human population is tied to what is currently going on from behind the scenes. And this is on a galactic level. We are all spiritual beings. And, the more people expand their conscious, they will see just how far and deep and wide this existence as a human being is on a multi-spiritual level. So I'll go ahead and talk about let's get the bad reptilians out the way. That way we can end the video on a good note with the positive reptilians. Of course, a lot of you guys have a lot of knowledge on the Draco reptilians and how they chose a more negative aspect to go down as far as the ego, as far as controlling and dominating throughout the cosmos. And this is on a multidimensional level. They're just not based off of in our galaxy or far off. They are on many dimensions within our within the spiritual realm. And of course, the Bible has, knowledge of the serpent and these type of beings. They speak on it. So this type of knowledge is for even the more religious people. Okay, so now the Dracos. All right, let's talk about the Dracos and the Alpha Draconis. Now, in the beginning, these particular reptilians were not negative based. They had a thriving civilization. They also had a caste system, but it was of one of almost just like how humans are today, where they have family, But as they started expanding their conscience and becoming more aware of who they are, the archons, which are the true demons, the ones that truly stepped away from source, the archons are the legitimate demons. Now, we say that the reptilians and all these other beings that associate with these archons, they have taken on a more demonic role. It's because they have been taught to do it this way, and so that they can go out and spread chaos and fear so that the demons can feed off of. Once you align yourself with the archons, are which at the top of the pyramid, and then there are the negative reptilians. But once you start to align yourself with these demonic archons, you become like them. You take on the same role, and then you deplete your spiritual abundance, and then you begin to vibrate at a low conscience. Meaning, once you step away from the collective conscience of God, you no longer have that spiritual abundance. Then you only need technology. You survive off of technology. And technology can be a positive thing if it's kept in check. If it's kept in check, if you learn to use technology in the right manner. So the Archons taught the reptilians how to feed off of others, meaning their spiritual abundance, meaning their soul essence. Now, people call this adrenochrome or soul harvesting or loosh. The reptilians call it loosh. Now, this is fear, anxiety, mixed in with the blood. It's almost like a narcotics when it comes to them. They thrive off of it. They need it in order to survive. These particular reptilians need that substance in order to survive. Without it, they cannot. They need it in order to go into other dimensions. Without that, they cannot travel outside of their own plane. Same thing with demons. These archons, they need some sort of sacrifice in order to come into another dimension. They need that blood in order to cross over into another plane. This is why you guys know about a lot of these human sacrifices, animal sacrifices. Well, it's all one and the same. I mean, even the Bible talks about this stuff. So, like I said, this type of knowledge is not just for the UFO community, the awakened community. It's also for the people that study the Bible as well. It's one and the same. You just have to know how to decipher what they put in the Bible because it's not it's not forthcoming enough where people can understand it. Now, like I said, the Dracos started out in a system where it was more loving, more thriving for a family unit, their family unit. Once they stepped away, once they were influenced to step away from the God source, then they took on a more phantom matrix system, and they needed that. They no longer had that spiritual abundance, so they started obtaining knowledge from these demonic realms of how to create a system that they can control. So they stepped out of their realm and started traveling throughout the cosmos, not only just through their realm, their galaxy, they started popping into other realms, other dimensions, and started taking on control within that system. Now we know about Lyra and what happened to Lyra, okay, and how they started destroying these beautiful places. They did not like places thriving without them being in control of it. And once the Draco started this warlike chaos mentality, once they took over a planet, they didn't just take it over, they terraformed it so that they can come in and started creating their hybrids. They did this on many planets. So they did this with the Greys. So you'll have reptilian genetics mixed with grays. The gray planet was beautiful too. They did this so much with the infiltration and taking over that once they were done depleting that planet, these planets became barren. They became desert-like. They drained the life force. Once reptilians, these particular reptilians, once they take over a system, they destroy the planet. They deplete the soul essence of the planet. Now we know that planets are alive, just like Mother Gaia, and how just often the knowledge that we have on our planet, they are trying to deplete her soul essence. They are trying to make her barren, where nothing grows here. And they are doing this to many different planets. The Draco Reptilians are pretty much slaves. They are doing the bidding of demonic beings that overshadow them. So they have taken on a more demonic role, but they are not at the top. They are more or less henchmen and are doing the bidding of these demonic beings that reside in other realms. Okay, now let's talk about the positive reptilians. Now, there are many civilizations that do not do what the Draco reptilians do or the Alpha Draconis do. They do live in a more loving society. They keep technology. They do not tamper with technology whatsoever. And if they do, it's not at a level where they can be compromised by these demonic ones. So you'll have many different looking at reptilians that reside not only just in the these galactic councils, but they do live on a planet just like the humans do, and they thrive just like we do in a more loving society. Some may have a caste system as well, but it is not of one that they can manipulate and control their people or others. They pretty much stick to themselves. And of course, reptilians, the Draco reptilians, sometimes fight with these beings. And it's just like how it is here. You have many family lines of reptilians here. And you will have the blue versus the red. And there's many other families that branch off within these caste systems, and they fight for control. Some are more positive towards the human race, and of course the other ones are manipulative. And they will, reptilians, regardless of who they are, they like to stay in the background. This is how they rule from behind the scenes. They do it just like how the archons do. They do it from behind the scenes. They do not like you figuring out what they're up to. Okay, and on a spiritual level, these reptilians, the negative ones, they operate from many realms. Like I said, they can operate from the astral realm as well. Okay, and you'll find a lot of them that operate there, and it's just like how it is here. The astral realm is just another shadow realm. Okay, and they go off. The ones that operate throughout the galaxy, they can leave their bodies, go into the astral realm, get information from that realm, and then return to their body. or they can remote view. They do all of these things that humans can do, but sometimes better. And they don't like humans finding out that they can do remote viewing or leave their bodies. They have created a system so that you kind of stay in an obedient state. They want you right there where they can monitor you and keep your spiritual progress at a standstill. So, but they are higher dimensional or reptilian, positive reptilians, and they emanate a lot of love and compassion. And they too also watch over these the development of lower reptilians, and they're just almost just like spirit guides. They can help these more positive reptilians that are positive in line to raise their conscience and grow and continue on, on a positive path. Almost just like how the archons do with the negative ones. So there, you can consider those type of positive reptilians. They operate almost just like angels. Okay, and they you know, they have more like that rainbow color with them. I've seen these type of reptilians, and when you're looking at them, you can tell that they're reptilians, but they're almost like transparent, and it's like their body glow like almost like a rainbow. It moves almost just like a wave up and down their bodies, and they're positive. They are positive, and they are interdimensional, just like you know the angels and other beings out there. So this is a more basic knowledge of these reptilians, and we all know that they many reptilians like to you know conquer. It's in their nature to conquer. So that is a more in-depth kind of rollout of what these reptilians between the positive and the negative reptilians. So never judge a book by its cover. Now, when it comes to wanting to know if a being is positive or negative, you don't just basically look at that individual. You get a feel of the frequency. You can't hide your frequency from anybody. You can speak and be manipulative, and you can kind of, but you can't hide that frequency. So then this is how you can determine what type of being, whether it's positive or negative. You will have that feel. They can't hide that feeling. So always trust your intuition. Always trust your feeling, your gut feeling when you encounter different beings or just human beings in general, because they can't hide it. So I love, honor, and respect all of you guys. Brad, I hope that was helpful. And I appreciate, you putting your practice into, you're lining things up. So, always keep an open mind. I've watched a couple of your videos, and I like what you have to say. I think, you're doing your mission here on Earth, and I think we all are, whether we realize it or not. So just try to stay positive and continue on helping humanity in any way that you can. It doesn't matter how big the mission are, because we all are a part of this puzzle in life, and we continue on. So I love, honor, respect all of you guys. Have a good day.